And away we go. It is the nightcap brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar. They are right on the main drag in Cheviot on Harrison Avenue. They're within the Dora district, so you can walk from bar to bar with your drinks. 27 TVs, including TVs outside and a 9-screen video wall. Basically, there's a TV everywhere in the house, not a bad seat. They have every sports package that DirecTV offers. They can stream all the games, and all Cincy sports will be on the video wall. So there you have it. Brand new cooling system, brand new draft lines. So fresh beer, the coldest in town, and they pour at 32.8 degrees in frosted glasses. If you need anything else, reach out, let them know. They're looking forward to taking care of you at Hail Mary Sports Bar in Cheviot.
Dogs are excited about it. Goodness.
That they're looking forward to going to Hail Marys with me.
I guess 32.8. They got excited about that.
Frosted glasses at 32.8 degrees. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. The reason we're here tonight instead of last night was I was working on this news that was released today. Didn't have everything, all the I's crossed and the T's dotted. Didn't have all that taken care of yet. So we decided, let's wait till tonight when we had the news to talk about. So here we are. The Miami series, at least as we know it currently, is essentially dead. They will play this year at Yager Stadium. They will play in 2026 at Paycor Stadium downtown, and that will be it. What happened essentially behind the scenes, Miami bought out of the 2025 and 2028 games in Nippert Stadium. So essentially they canceled those games, which would have left Cincinnati 3 games in Oxford and 1 game at Paul Brown Stadium remaining on the deal. And
Woof.
you want to talk about a fan base that would have been a little irate. There you go. So Cincinnati today, recently, I won't say today, I don't know when exactly, but Cincinnati got out of the games in 27 and 29 in Oxford. So this year, 2026, and then at least in its current iteration, no longer available. What I will say, Aaron, this is just the reality of college sports in 2024. There's an argument for both sides, a very legit, reasonable argument for both sides to not really want to be part of this agreement as it was constructed when they signed the deal out to 2029. For Miami, they want to get a better buy game. Like they want to go somewhere and play for more money. And when you're in a home and home series, there's really no money that changes hands. You just play games every other year at each other's place. So essentially, there's really not a whole lot that benefits Miami playing a home and home series with given their needs. The MAC made like $700,000 a year in TV revenue, Aaron, each school.
Ugh.
That's their ESPN. They have no money coming in to fund their athletics department. Like that's just the reality of what is happening to the bottom portion of collegiate sports.
Which is crazy because Maction Wednesdays get a pretty good draw.
They get a pretty good draw for a Wednesday.
Sure, right? But there's nothing else on Wednesdays. I don't know. I mean, I feel like
I know, but that's the value. That's what they get. Like 1 game a week is the TV deal that the conference gets. 2 games a week, Tuesday and Wednesday or whatever, for half the season. So there's not a lot of money there. They have to be creative and get paid however they can get paid. So for them, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. For UC, it's a no-win situation. Like, this is not where the series was 2 decades ago. The college landscape has changed a crap ton already, and it's going to change more in the very near future. So the gap is getting wider. If you win, Nobody cares. You're supposed to beat Miami. Like, it is what it is. If you lose, DEFCON 3. Not quite all the way, but like pretty close, halfway. The fan base is ready, for blood. So it doesn't really make sense for either school to be in the series the way that it's currently constructed. Kudos to them. This is what I think. Kudos to whoever, whatever, however this played out, to understand that this isn't working.
Yeah, I'm not upset that this is over. I would love Cincinnati to be able to explore the opportunity to play whoever they want to play in the first in their out of conference schedule. And with one game in a home and home series, you are completely handcuffed with one of those games every single year, which eliminates a week of who you could potentially schedule. So that takes a ton of teams off the map every single year. You're also not going to play, I wouldn't think. It's just playing the MAC is a weird thing for Cincinnati, I guess.
Oh, you're still going to play the MAC here.
I get
every year. Like, so here's how they want to schedule. They want to have an FCS game to like a warm-up game to start the season. Then they want to play a Power 5 home and home. So on the road every other year and on the Power 4 home and home game. And then they want to play a bye game against a group of 5.
But having Miami on the schedule kind of screwed that, because that was your home and home.
Sure. It didn't screw that. It just every year that requirement was filled with a static game.
Not a Power 5. And
they're not playing 2 Power 5s. They're playing one Power 5 and a G5.
I understand. But they were complicating. Jesus, let me finish my thought here. So they had a home and home with Miami, though, but then they had the home and home with Pitt and whoever else they wanted to put on the schedule. You're essentially going 2 home and home. So yes, this gives them the flexibility with the FCS home game, the bye game, and whatever else the schedule has. But yes, that's essentially what I was trying to get to.
The plan will be now, what this allows you to do essentially is make sure you have 7 home games every year. I think that's what you were getting at.
Everybody got upset about that, but it also gives you flexibility. If you wanted to have that Power 5 game either in week 2, week 3, week 0, if you wanted to even go that route, you have that flexibility now instead of having Miami locked in every single year, probably in that second week.
No, it wasn't always in the same spot. Like this year, it's in the third week because the Pitt game is the second week. Like there was some flexibility where they moved the game around, and it wasn't like I get what you like. It wasn't the game is played Labor Day weekend or the weekend after Labor Day weekend. It wasn't etched in stone like that. Both sides had some flexibility on agreeing on which week they were going to play.
But it doesn't make sense to put yourself in a situation where you're behind the 8 ball as opposed to everybody else in the conference that's not playing a home and home series against a smaller school. And I don't know. I think this benefits Cincinnati greatly. Also, at this point, all of the pageantry, all of the tradition, all of that has gone way out the window. So
it's business now.
Who cares? You can set them up later on down the road if you want and have a one-off, not at Miami, and just do whatever.
No, like I don't think it's like they'll never play again. I think Miami will come to UC to be that group of 5 team.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I don't think they'll ever get to a point where it's every year. Maybe they do. Maybe Miami just agrees. Like, well, if you're going to pay us the $1.2 million every year, we'll just come play you at your place every year.
Where we only have to take a bus instead of a plane.
Yeah. Like, I could see it. I don't think it's I don't think I guess this is the way to put it. I don't think the rivalry essentially is dead forever. I think the series is dead forever. Where like they are playing every year and Miami's getting home games. Them being equals is over.
Which is good. And as it should be.
Yeah, that's not derogatory towards Miami. It's an honest assessment of where college athletics is at.
Oh, I think from me, it is derogatory. They were not on the same level. Granted, they won last year, but 16 in a row is not a rivalry anymore, right?
Right, Aaron, because
just
Cincinnati did this and Miami stayed the same.
Correct.
They're in different places.
Which is why I'm okay making it derogatory.
Have you had a bad day? I talked to Ice Cube today. I'm in a pretty good mood.
Actually, Ice Cube? That's cool.
Actually, Ice Cube. I asked him the question I've wanted to ask him most of my life.
Did you have a good day?
How is it a good day? How is it a good day if Mama cooked a breakfast with no hog? Because a breakfast without bacon and
sausage, right?
Sounds like a terrible breakfast. You know what he said? We had steak. Steak, eggs, toast, potatoes. I was like, well, that's all you had to say. Now I understand. So my life is kind of complete today.
That's pretty cool.
And I've decided that now I get to say my good friend Ice Cube anytime I talk about Ice Cube. Because I interviewed him on the radio for 8 minutes. And he gave me a yay, yay. He really did that at the end. I was like, nice talking to you. He's like, all right, thanks, man. Yay, yay. I was like, yes.
Your 20-year-old self was screaming inside.
My 15-year-old self was screaming inside.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But back to Miami, I guess. I understand it. Like, it's better for them. They get what they want, at least in terms of what they're looking for out of it. Since they broke up. They amicably broke up. I don't think they mutually broke up, but I think, they've decided not to go after each other for alimony currently. But they were in a long relationship and now it's over.
We are Jennifer Aniston. Cincinnati is Jennifer Aniston and Miami is Vince Vaughn.
Hey, I'll have no Vince Vaughn slander here.
That's not slander. He's doing what, double-decker tours.
That Swingers is one of the best movies of all time. So good.
Agreed.
But
anyway,
yeah, it wasn't working out. I think that's the best way to put it. There was neither side was getting what they wanted out of the relationship. They were just dealing with it because it's better for the kids. And now the kids are older and it's okay to let them know that mom and dad don't love each other anymore. Do you have anything else to add? Or can we call it a weekend?
Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend. That's the Nightcap. Brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar in Cheviot. Right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!